Did you realize that your beliefs around success can actually fuel burnout? So my name is Andrea Hunt, and I'm a transformational life coach and EFT practitioner. And today I want to talk about some of the common beliefs that can cause us to burn out. So of course there are external factors, like a bad boss or maybe a company that doesn't value the employees and so they're giving you clearly too much work. But it's also important that we understand where our own beliefs and our own behaviors might be contributing. And this is very, very important when it comes to trying to rebuild your confidence again, trying to get back out there on the job market or change jobs or move forward in your career. So the first one is the belief that I have to be perfect and I have to do everything perfectly. So while we should strive for quality, the problem with being a perfectionist is often it can cause us to not ask for help. We might tend to do things for other people. We might not trust anybody else to do it the right way. We might always be the one who picks up the extra work because we know that we want to have it done perfectly. But we also might just be teaching everybody else that we're going to be the one to pick up all the slack from everybody else. This can be very, very dangerous when it comes to our emotional health and also conserving our energy. The second one is I have to be available to everyone and everything. So you might have had different colleagues that maybe message you in the middle of the night, or maybe they call you on Sundays or something like that. And it's important to understand that we are the ones that need to set those boundaries. And if we always think that we have to be available, then people will always treat us like that. And I'm not saying that this is an easy thing to do, but I remember, for example, myself, I learned this the hard way because in the United States, sometimes these boundaries can be very blurry. In Germany, they usually are not. But for example, one time I decided, for some reason I don't know, to check my emails on Christmas Eve. Unfortunately, I was with my ex-partner going to a dinner at his parents' house, and I got an email that the newsletter needed to be changed right then and there to go out on Christmas. So this was something that we had worked on the week before, and there was no reason that I should have checked my emails that day. And because I already knew about it, I felt too guilty to just be like, oh, I'm sorry I didn't see it, given that it was set at 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve. So the other one is having the belief, I am my job, I am my career, this is who I am. So in some aspects, our job can be our purpose, can be our passion, something that we really value in terms of our identity. But the only thing is that if we make this the sole purpose for our existence, then what happens if something goes wrong in the job? What if we don't have it anymore? Then we suddenly lose our entire identity. And it's important to recognize that, jobs also and careers do fluctuate and they come and go during our lives. But when we take on all of the identity of our job, we can also give up a lot of our own emotional needs and boundaries and be very, very flexible when it comes to taking care of our physical and also emotional health. So the last one is, I don't have time to take care of myself. So this is a common one. Of course, a lot of people say this, and a lot of times these are the people who desperately need to take some time for themselves, and they don't because they feel that they can't. But this is the number one cause of people burning out, is because they just think, I cannot take that time. And everybody is different. Sometimes it might just be 5 minutes that you get in the morning by yourself, in the shower. For some people, maybe it's a 15-minute walk after lunch. But there has to be some time for your self-care and to prioritize yourself. So if any of this sounds like something that is familiar to you, please let me know. Because basically you might be asking yourself, okay, yeah, I recognize I do have these beliefs, or maybe you're already burned out. So what do you do about it? Okay, so what I do is when I work with my clients who have gone through burnout, I go through a very important first stage of understanding what the beliefs are that could have contributed to this, in addition to the situation. And when we understand what the beliefs are, we can also start changing them with EFT tapping. EFT tapping is a fabulous mind-body resource. It looks kind of funny, but it uses tapping with the fingers on points on the face. And what this does is this calms the body's fight, flight, freeze response, and we can actually rewire the brain to have new beliefs in this way. And it's just an amazing process, and I encourage everybody to try it. So if you'd like to work with me, what we do is we set up a first discovery call so you can ask your questions. You can see if this is a really good fit for you. I can talk you through what the EFT process looks like in a session. And then we can go ahead and start working on the tapping sequences and the different rounds and see what your beliefs are at the beginning and how much do they still resonate with you after the session. So I'm really looking forward to helping you if you've already gone through burnout, or maybe you're feeling like you might be getting there now. If you want to rebuild your confidence and start putting more healthy practices into place in terms of your success belief systems, reach out to me for a free discovery call. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.